You talked about being in jail at a young age, and then you went to jail at an old age.
Yeah.
So, like, how is that serendipity? What was meant to happen? Why did you end up in jail, man?
Because, first of all, had I not gone to jail, I would have been sort of struggling with a career that was going nowhere. We had our shot, Cheech and I, and then Cheech, discovered Don Johnson, and he discovered another life. I discovered another life. Had I not gone to jail, I probably would have been like the cast of that '70s show.
Which is, hey man, you killed it on there, brother.
Yeah,
you killed it on there.
There's a few of them now. They're looking for work.
So is that something that you'll do on a regular basis, Tommy? Are you going to be part of that '70s show for a long term here?
Yeah, they asked me back, and I did two segments already. Now the question is where it's going to be filmed, shown, and all that stuff. But that's not. But what I was saying, going to jail really brought me back to the initial chore that I had, and which is obviously making sure that pot got legal, because that really was my job. Yeah. I was turned on when I was 17 years old, and ever since, that whole chain of events ended up. It's still going. It's still going. It's crazy.
It's funny that you say it's still going because
TikTok
like
now. Yeah, we do TikTok with my wife and Shelby, and we got millions of followers now.
Is it still crazy, Tommy? Like, is it still mind blowing the impact that you have on the world in this cannabis industry? Like, it's still mind blowing.
It's crazy.
Because I'll tell you right now, I'm having a crazy feeling, Tommy, because I'm a brand new creator, okay? I'm a brand new cannabis content creator. I've got characters like you, so I've got a stoner character. I've got a grandmother I play. I've got another uncle. I've got wigs and everything I put on, man. Like, it's a show, right? And I've been inspired by guys like you. Now, you say you've been doing this since you've been 17. You really have been, man. You've been changing the stigma for your whole fucking life, man.
Yeah.
And it's still surprising to this day. Who's making those TikToks, man? Like, who's do you have a crew coming over to help you with this?
Yeah, they come over. And again, very, very serendipity, they show up. There was an old saying that when the pupil is ready, the teacher appears. And that's like in the world of karate or martial arts. And any kind of lesson, what we were being mixed race, me being part Chinese, part Native, part white, part Irish, part Scottish, everything. And then marrying a black woman, having 2 black kids, and then leaving her, she's still with me, but no, then I fell in love with the beautiful Shelby, and we had 3 more kids, and now we got grandkids, and they're all brown. My son married an Indonesian Muslim lady, and my other daughter, she married the white guys, and so she had her mixed son, and I got great grandkids, and he married a Chinese girl, and so it's all mixed up in a beautiful jambalaya kind of
a jambalaya. It's so true, man. I mean, and back where you come from, back in your day, I mean, that wasn't heard of, right? Like interracial couples weren't dating, things like that were not happening, man. It was frowned upon, and now you have this full culture family, man. It's got to be pretty special.
Listen, it was against the law when I was a kid. Mixed marriages was against the law. People went to jail, back in the day.
So they would just arrest these people? Like if you walk down the street with a black woman?
Put them in jail, hang them.
Holy
People were
shit,
hung.
Tommy.
People were hung down south. You know, they went to extremes in certain areas. You know, and when Japan was you know a terrorist nation, you know, during the Second World War, which everybody forgets about. But back in the day when they were the samurai, you know, they were prejudiced against their own people. You know, if you were the peasant class, you were they could practice their sword cutting on you, and with no you know, nothing was going to happen to them. And so we've gone through all this in my lifetime. Can you imagine? I was born 1938. There's been a war, a major war going ever since I was born. I mean, that's 84 years of constant war. Now, the idea is that peace, you know, everybody's looking for peace. But we live in a physical universe, and there's no peace in the physical universe. When you look up at the stars and you look at the comets it's violence. That's what you're seeing. If you see a star twinkling away, it's not twinkle, twinkle, little star. It's twinkle, twinkle, zillion of atomic explosions going off at the same time, creating massive gases and debris into space that eventually become planets because of the gravitational pull of the universe. All of a sudden, these debris gets molded into perfect spheres of Earth and planets, and there's more galaxies and planets than there are sands in the desert.
It's unbelievable.
And on Earth, can you imagine that? And this is a physical